This calmness is not always pleasant. Sometimes it makes me feel quite disturbed. And that's the way I feel at the moment. I'm icy cold here. I'm actually icy cold here, and I can feel my tummy churning. And this is indicative, usually, of a spirit presence. One might say, as we're open to criticism, but one might say that this is contrived, but believe me, it's not. And as we move back again towards the piano, I can feel myself being pulled. So I know whoever it is that stands behind me when I'm playing the piano usually is here at the moment, and I feel them right here trying to persuade me to leave. So who am I to argue? I'm going. I did say earlier on that this kind of thing is always open to criticism, and this is no exception. One of the producers has just informed me that the name Leyland was in actual fact connected to this house. They lived here many years ago. I was unaware of this, even though I'm familiar with the hall. But there is in actual fact a painting of one of the Leylands, but this is Frederick Leyland. And the name that I was given was Chrissy Leyland. This is the room. When I came in before, the first thing that greeted me was a cat. Another cat actually lived in this house, and I'm not sure that it died in this room, but it's still here at the moment. And there's also somebody, even now, prodding me in the back. There's a lady with me, and this lady, her name is either Patterson or Peterson. Tells me her name is Joyce, and I don't know what the connection is. She looks as though she'd had a lot of mental problems before she passed into the spirit world. She looks to me to be no more than in her early 50s, and she's here. And I don't know whether she's connected to somebody who comes here, but I know that she had a lot of mental trauma before she passed into the spirit world. She's talking about Ruth, and Ruth appears to be either her daughter or a niece, somebody she was very fond of, but she's here, and she's trying to communicate some kind of information to me. So there must be a reason for that. But all in all, I've never really liked this room, and I'm always a little bit wary of coming into it by myself. And it seems to be worse than it was before when we used to come here. That was incredible because there's a glass smashed on the floor, and that glass was actually over there before. It just seemed to fly off the mantle and shot over there. I don't know what it was, but it's gone unusually cold in here, and I'm going.
I'm not staying in this room.
I'm sorry about that, but to be honest, it's never happened to me before, particularly in Woolton Hall. I don't know what it was because the glass seemed to fly. It was on the mantle and it shot across the room. It smashed. I know one of the producers was out of that door like nobody's business and terrified. I'll go and find him in a minute. But following me from that room is a strong odor. In fact, the fragrance, very, very sweet. Usually indicative of some spiritual presence, which is obviously around at the moment. So I'm shocked. I know, as I said, there's always the danger that these kind of things or these kind of programs are contrived. but believe me, this one isn't. I'm usually used to walking around these houses with another medium, or in fact a group of mediums. Totally unprepared for anything like that. So I'll just leave you to make your own minds up and draw your own conclusions. Well, that's another paranormal program concluded. We've seen two exponents of trance mediumship, different personalities coming through, some very down to earth, and others highly evolved spiritually. You've witnessed a walkabout and the strange happening in the upstairs room. I'm afraid I'm not sure what happened. I'll have to sleep on it and draw my conclusions tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed the program, but I have to finish by saying that you must make up your own minds about what you have seen and draw your own conclusions.